Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Limelit. My name is Vulpen, and, well, let me ask you a question. Out of all the fictional characters you've seen and absorbed into your life, which one would you say is your favorite? It's fine if you can't answer. It's a very broad question. Like, it could go anywhere from Sherlock Holmes, the Phoenix Wright, Sailor Moon, Spider-Man, and of course, they're all different mediums and genres in which they're told. But yeah, that's basically what this show is all about. Basically, each episode, I'll be picking a different character. It doesn't matter who they are, what they're from. And I'm just going to sit down and talk about them. Talk about my experiences with the character, what I think, anything that's noteworthy. And I wouldn't say this is a review, as much as it is like just a friendly conversation about someone I find interesting, you know? And so for this first episode, I was thinking, what character could I pick that could show just how far we could take this topic? And so the character I picked, I'm sure some of you have heard of him before, Pepsi Man. For those of you who don't know, Pepsi Man is a Japanese mascot created in the mid-90s, I would say, for, well, what else? Pepsi. And basically, he started in like a series of commercials. Like, there'd be somebody they need a Pepsi. They're gonna die if they don't have a Pepsi. Or, I guess, if maybe they just want a soda in general. So, Pepsi Man would show up at, like, the right time with a Pepsi and just save the day. And then, of course, there's always that thing where it's like, every time, he always ends up getting hurt. Whether he's, like, trying to run there, or if he's trying to get there, or if he's trying to leave. He's always getting hurt. He's a very slapstick character. And so there was also like a Pepsi woman. She only appeared for like a few times in like Pepsi Twist. I don't think I'd ever talk about her on the side, so I just include her here. Especially since she's pretty much just the same character, but with like a lemon beanie or whatever. So if you haven't heard of this character, you need to. Like, I sat down and I watched, I think there are like 12 or so commercials available on YouTube. It's a very fun time. Like, especially when he's like delivering the Pepsi. He always opens his mouth. He's like, oh, it's like, anyway, a lot of people say that his mouth is kind of creepy. I think it's hilarious, but I guess it makes sense. That would be creepy considering that he literally doesn't have any other feature on his face. Like, he's like the superhero, The Question. If any of you know DC Comics, I'm surprised I actually know who that is. Maybe I'll talk about him at some other point. But yeah, he's basically like a blank face, except his mouth just appears whenever he's going like, whoa, and trying to deliver a Pepsi. Or if he's just like trying to chug one down. I know there's one thing I can't believe I didn't bring up yet. The video game. I haven't played it yet because, I mean, I want to play it, but I've never been able to get my hands on it. I've tried to. I've only seen, like, Let's Plays and live streams, but it's always, like, so interesting because it's basically Temple Run? I don't know. Let's see. When did Temple Run? I mean, I know Pepsi Man came out first. Is Pepsi Man 2 dated? I mean, not Pepsi Man. Is Temple Run 2 dated a reference? Temple Run. 2011. No, it's not dated at all. But yeah, it's basically like Temple Run, where you're Pepsi Man on a rail type system, just running, jumping over barrels, dashing through people's houses, trying to get Pepsi. Maybe you'll get a trash can on your head. He really is like a funny character, and the scenarios are great too. Although I think there was like one that confused me where he tried to walk. Yeah, there was like one person who was like in the middle of the desert, and then he thought he saw Pepsi Man, and he was about to deliver a refreshing Pepsi, but it was just a cactus. It was all a mirage. And he's like, oh gosh, I'm gonna dehydrate here, which is weird because, you know, like, you're in the middle of the desert, you're gonna get dehydrated. And you're having a mirage, you're hallucinating about Pepsi Man bringing a Pepsi, like it's gonna hydrate you. But that's a soda. Shouldn't it dehydrate you faster? I don't know. And I like the whole superhero thing that they have going with him. Like, if you haven't heard, I mean, like, he has like, I don't know if I'd call it spandex. It kind of looks like yeah, it looks like spandex, but I don't know if I'd call it such because Pepsi Man clearly doesn't seem human. But it's like his designs are usually modeled or designed after like the cans of Pepsi, and they change depending on like different types of Pepsi. Like I brought up Pepsi Woman earlier, and she's basically Pepsi Twist, and she has like the yellow beanie and breast, and it's weird. But I especially like the call that he has where you hear the chorus go, Pepsi Man! Oh man. You know, I probably should have organized my thoughts more, but that's what this is. It's just, I look into a character, and I just talk about them. Well, I will say one thing that does interest me is that, and I don't know if I could say this about Pepsi Man himself, but like his world. First off, everything's trying to kill him. Like barrels. Like I said, he gets injured in like every commercial. But the thing is, all of the commercials for Pepsi Man, and this kind of confuses me because it's a similar situation in the games, they're all set in America. Like they're all like, these are Japanese commercials, but they're all shot and recorded in English in America with American actors. You would not know that this was a Japanese product unless you knew who Pepsi Man was. And then, like in the game, like the whole thing is in English, and they even use Mike Butters. It's funny though. Man, I really want to play the game, but I need my hands on it. Of course, I don't think the game was released in America, and I was raised on Nintendo. So my lazy brain is too, I don't know if the game does the PS1 have, the PS1 doesn't have, yeah, does the PS1 have region lock? Yeah, does the PS1 have region lock? I don't know. But I know you could probably like emulate it because you wouldn't be able to find the game otherwise. I'll have to look into that. I wonder, is there anything? Oh, I know one thing I can bring up. There's this one person who, he basically took Metal Gear Solid. I think it was like the Metal Gear Solid game. Let me look it up. Oh, he took Metal Gear Rising, and he replaced like Raiden. I don't know Metal Gear that much. He replaced like Raiden with a skin of Pepsi Man, and it's so great. It's by Lakatui. I think that's how you say it. So, like I'll put that in the description as well, because this guy deserves some love. Is there anything else Is there anything I'm missing about this character? I think I brought up the video game. It says he was... Wait. In 1996, Sega AM2 released Sega Saturn version of its arcade game Fighting Vipers. In the game, Pepsi Man was included as a special character, and his specialty listed as being able to quench one's thirst. Oh, I'm reading the Wikipedia. I should probably point that out. He does not appear in any other version of the sequel. Is there footage of that? Let me see I want to see if there's footage of that, because that actually sounds kind of fun. Oh my gosh, there is footage of it. Oh man, I've never played Fighting Vipers, but like I'm looking at the footage now, and like Pepsi Man doesn't look at all out of place. He just got a KO against Gracie. Maybe I'll have to look into Fighting Vipers someday. I'm looking at the comments. If I had known Pepsi Man was a Japanese exclusive fighter, I wouldn't have brought an American copy. I don't think you would have been able to play it anywhere else. Pepsi Man got whooped by a kid with a Pepsi skateboard. Talk about irony. Well, Pepsi Man looks cool and this game looks fun. Interesting. Pepsi Man for Smash. All right. I guess, man, do you know how much I want I don't know if I'd say I want Pepsi Man in Smash, but I will say I do want him in, I want his game to be remastered. Or at least ported. But I know it will never happen because he's a brand product. So it'll be, next to impossible. Unless someone signs a petition to have it ported. I'm going to do that myself. I don't think I have the heart to do that myself. But, if somebody could make a petition to have Sweet Victory play at the Super Bowl, even if they cheated us out for sicko mode, then... I don't know. Conquer, don't let your dreams be memes. Or dreams. Or don't let your memes be dreams. Don't give up, kids. Follow your dreams. There are also these Pepsi Man bottle caps. And like I have the pictures in front of me. These are absolutely hilarious. They almost look like Amiibo. But instead of Nintendo characters, it's Pepsi Man. Instead of like those trophy things, it's bottle caps. And I see like one where you have like 5 Pepsi Men lined up. Whereas like put together, their bodies are shaped to spell out the word Pepsi. And they also, looks like they have a few others. Like, there's one with Pepsi Man all bandaged up. Like, he has like a bunch of casts and a crutch. There's one that's just a Pepsi Man bottle. There's one where, oh yeah, it looks like he's just hitting his head on the, on like those metal planks. What do you call those? Like, I can't believe I can't remember. These are actually super hilarious. I can't think of anything else that would, I can't think of anything personally that I could talk about with a character. So, what do you guys think of Pepsi Man? Have you heard of him before? Have you not? So, let's have a discussion. Either message me on Twitter at VulpenOfficial, or if this, depending on where you're watching this, I think if you're on YouTube, there should be a comment section. Let's talk there. Let's talk about this character. That's what this show's about. So, thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night or day, wherever you live. Have a great time. Not really a catchphrase for the end of this series. See ya! Want to chat more about this episode's character? Or maybe you have a character you want me to talk about in the future? Then follow me on Twitter at VulpenOfficial, or visit my website at vulpen.weebly.com. And music by Kevin MacLeod.